Kim Jong-un's regime cannot feed its soldiers as many of the 1.2 million troops are in poor physical condition and in no fit state to fight as military training is ramped up amid fears of war on the Korean peninsula. Sources inside North Korea say the regime has heavily increased its military training recently, but do not have the food supplies to feed its soldiers. A source in Ryanggang province said earlier this week, the 12th Army Corps began exercises on the 1st of the month, but the leading commander said during opening inspections that he had merely received orders to carry out the drills but had not received any accompanying provisions. Quite the disconcerting welcome. After this, the soldiers were taken through the ideological and physical drills and told to express their enthusiasm for becoming young heroes of the nation, but their reactions were lukewarm at best. Under Kim Jong-il's North Korea regime, soldiers were kept well fed. However, the regime is no longer able to provide for them. It was revealed soldiers had been forced to loot farms to feed themselves after reports showed that the communist regime has ordered the military to acquire its own food supplies. The source in Ryanggang province went on to add, "It is quite absurd that military personnel have to collect these provisions themselves." And such orders were handed down in all provinces, covering all military divisions across the country. Soldiers from the 43rd Brigade raided fields at night, it was revealed. The source said, they all gathered for the surprise attack, fanned out across the farms and swept up all the corn. It's not an everyday occurrence for the 43rd Brigade to go around plundering the farms, but they have become much more brazen this year. The authorities have to feed the soldiers before they will be able to fight the enemy. Jiro Ishimaru, a Japanese filmmaker, who has close sources inside North Korea, said, "For one thing, there are too many soldiers to feed, and corruption is rife, so that by the time senior military officers have taken their share of food provisions to sell for profit on the private market, there is next to nothing left for ordinary soldiers." The World Food Programme, WFP, estimates that approximately 70% of the dictator-run state's population, of nearly 25 million people, do not have regular and reliable access to a sufficient quantity of affordable, nutritious food. This comes after a soldier defected to South Korea running across the demilitarized zone while his comrades shot at him. In the process, he was shot a total of 5 times, which revealed a stomach full of parasites, tuberculosis, and hepatitis B. According to reports, the lead surgeon who worked on the North Korean soldier's bullet wounds, said his medical team found various white parasitic worms in the man's digestive tract as they removed the bullets. Surgeon, Lee Kuk-jong, said, "Everything was stained with blood, but the parasite was basically a really white color and is thick, big, long, and very, very hard. This kind of thing was getting out from his bowel system." The medical team managed to remove all of the worms, some of which were as long as 10 inches. Another North Korean defector told The Sun, "The main difficulty conscripts must endure is constant hunger.